And welcome to the hiredgun podcast with your host, the hiredgun. First, like, subscribe, share. How y'all doing, y'all? So, Monday Night Raw happened last night, and it was an okay show. Better than last week. Better than last week. Now, what made this not a great show was the beginning. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Alright, so there was no Gunther or Dragon Lee on this show. Alright, so there's that. Alright. Um but you know, but we still had some decent wrestling. It wasn't I wasn't mad about the wrestling that happened. Now was there some BS on here? Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not saying the women's gauntlet match, which I didn't know. I didn't know it was a gauntlet match until I read it again. So I would have been different. Because then I would have told you Bailey was going to win. Because of the fact that she doesn't have to take the pin or outlast everybody. But she won. She beat Oscar, which like when Oscar was the last person to come out, I knew Bailey was gonna win because and it started putting the whole Oscar's fresh. The Bailey's not. I knew then Bailey was gonna win. Alright. So, like I said, the match didn't, the match, the females didn't make this shenanigans BS. Excuse me. The whole match in itself was a shenanigans. Because this match was just to kill time. It was just to kill time. They protected EO when she won. They protected Raquel when she won. Or when she lost. Wait. They protected EO when she lost. They protected Raquel when she lost. But you see where they're going right now with. Alright. The statement with Seth Rollins and Adam Pearce and the vision and what's going on there. Horrible statement. Horrible statement. Not a good statement. Not I understand you want to do this whole match man shit, but they need to do something different with that. They need to change some stuff around because it's not working. It's not working so much that they eliminated Paul from the statement. He's out indefinitely. Speaking of Paul, Paul's doing some politicians in the back with Rock, saying Rock shouldn't lose until he retires. You know, you know, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due, because Ryan said that they wasn't gonna let, but the more I'm thinking about it, Ryan said that they wasn't gonna let Gunther retire. Let Gunther retire Brock Lesnar. So, but Ryan was right about how Brock ain't gonna let everybody pin him. And Brock's not work. Paul's out there politicking in the back that Brock shouldn't lose another match until he retires. Whatever. So we might not get the Brock versus over because of that. Because Over's supposed to win. Over's not supposed to lose to Brock. This ain't Brock back in the day. This is an old Asian, even though he don't look it, an old Asian motherfucker. No. You do not let overtake the pen for this man. No, nah, hell no. It shouldn't happen. Like it shouldn't happen at all. Um, So I read that. I read that shit. So I'm not surprised. Like Paul Heyman doing this thing in the back, trying to polish it for right not like for right not to lose a match. So I mean, it doesn't even have to be over because let's say Ron Breaker does the comeback, then Seth is fighting Brock. So are we saying that Brock shouldn't? I mean, are we saying that Seth shouldn't pin Brock? Huh? Are we saying that the end result should be Brock, Brock beating Seth? No, that shouldn't happen either. So I'm not just protecting over. I'm protecting Seth too. Fuck that. I would say this. I would say this about Braun Breaker facing Brock. I would say this about Gunther facing Brock. Like it ain't just one wrestler. I want to protect from Brock. There's more than one wrestler. There's more than one. Plain and simple. I'm not hearing that shit. That, oh, yeah. The patch still, easy traded without signing necessarily. Okay, okay, alright. Guess we're doing something. Not really in on the whole Dob thing. It's like how about football, y'all? As you know, I'm a Pats fan first. I might root for Tampa because if I wasn't a Pats fan, I'd be a Tampa fan. I might root for Joe Burrow because that's my favorite quarterback, but I'm a Pats fan. My favorite wide receiver is Devontae Adams, but I'm a Pats fan first. I hate what we did to Dids. Still, anywho, all right. So like like it ain't just over. I want to protect you. There's certain wrestlers of the core that I want to protect from this nigga. Plain and simple. All right, it ain't just over. You know. But nonetheless, we move on. We move on. Um, what else? I like the statement at the end too, with CM Punk and with CM Punk and the Usos. Now let me say this. I was wrong. I was wrong about how they were gonna keep this going. They had stuff to keep this going. They had stuff to keep this storyline going when Roman's not around. And they have now. They might have told on themselves on certain things here. They might have told on themselves, oh, what's gonna happen? Because it's not a coincidence that Sammy is struggling with his uh, inner demons right now, on whether to be healed or not be healed. Not a coincidence that Jay and Jimmy are backing up their cousin. You know, all this. We're gonna get her a bloodline reunion pretty soon. Because let's not forget that that let's not forget that the bloodline story situation wasn't Triple H's idea. Like it pretty much fell in Triple H's lap at the end of it, or like the end of it fell in Triple H's lap. and Triple H decided to go another route. And not end it, but shift it. And now, since Triple H doesn't have a true story, bitch story going on, because the divisions pretty much uh, ran this course, and it's not going to happen. I mean, I shouldn't say that because Logan Paul and Austin Theory are still there, right? And eventually, Ron Breaker's gonna come back, and eventually, um, so will Russell Reed, right? So you can still run the division. It's not at its core right now, right? All right. The Judgment Day and somewhat has ran its course. They're not done yet, even though what I'm gonna talk about next has ran its course. Alright? You can bring back the bloodline and let them run Raw. And that's SmackDown this time. Alright? And what it looks like, it's headed that way. Now I don't know if Sammy is gonna be with that because of the fact that he's on SmackDown. He's by himself. But Jimmy and Jay are on Raw. What's wrong? Now, Eddie said this morning that Jimmy proved last night he's the better Uso. Let me stress this first before I protect Jay. I am not a Jay or Jimmy fan, Uso fan. I'm not. I'm not like that. Do I respect what Jay has done? Yes. Do I respect what Jimmy and Jay have done as a tag team? Yes. Are they the best tag team ever? No. 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 So when people say that Jimmy's the better brother, alright, in the ring or on the mic, I get you in the mic. In the ring, they the same motherfucker in the ring. Right? They are the same motherfucker in the ring. Now, saying that. The only way Jimmy can promo is what you seen last night. Is when Jay can promo, what you seen last night, when he gets intense and it's short stuff, and then he promo. Jimmy can promo. He's the better promo guy. He is. He doesn't need his brother to be there to hype him. Alright? But, this is where it stops. Jimmy ain't out selling Jay in merch. Jimmy is not out selling Jay with the audience. Alright? And that's what matters. Jay, like, we can say whatever we want to say about what's happening with bots and dislikes, alright? That don't matter. Because it's still traction. It's still traction when it comes to Roman. It's still traction when it comes to Cody. And it's damn shit still traction, alright, when it comes to Jay. Jimmy's not doing any of that. Like or dislike, he's not doing any of that. So him being a better promo guy does not fucking matter. It's just somebody's opinion. It's just people's opinion that says, "Oh, Jimmy's the better brother." It doesn't matter because Jimmy being the better brother doesn't bring in more money. People want to say that the experiment with Jay is over. It's not. It's not. It's really not. And me saying that is not me. It's not me saying that Jay's gonna be uh, IC champion or heavyweight champion again. Now he might be IC champion again. Like that might happen before he's heavyweight champion again. I because like you giving to me you're giving him too much power when too not even too much power, too much to handle when it comes to being world champion. That can't Jay can't do that. It was shown. It was shown when he was champ because of the fact that then he has to promo. He has to go here and there, and he wasn't ready for that. He just wasn't. He wasn't. Because Jay got to get high to even function right. Jay got to drink to function right. When it comes to public stuff, you know, right? And Jay likes to party. Now, is he as messy as Jimmy? No, no. Oh, in public he's messier than Jimmy because you can tell Jay's been doing stuff when you get him in an interview, you know. But like I just had to touch ground on that because of the fact that people say that and then I gotta defend Jay like I'm just Jay defender or a Jay fan and I'm not. Do I respect Jay enough to know that he's done stuff and why he's done it? Yes, yes. Is Jay in my top five? No. Is Jay in my top 10? No. Is Jay in my top 15? No. As a single competitor, Jay is not even in my top 30. Like he's not. Are the Usos better than the Young Bucks to me? Yeah. 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 Will the Usos make my top 10 tag teams? Yeah. Will they make my top 8 tag teams? Yeah. Will they make my top 5? Nah. But the Bucks don't either. Like the Bucks don't even make my top 10. So there we go on that. And then the Bucks and say, oh, we won't get our flowers until we did. Maybe so. And that's horrible to say, but maybe so. But we move on. We move on. We move on. So not Penta. I'll get into that too. So last night was the last day of Finn being in the Judgment Day. It was happening. Now some would say it should have been happening. Some would say they slow played it. I mean, let me say this: they slow played it enough for the IC title not to matter in the match to go forward. This is why, which I get into. This is why I will get into this later. But this is why Penta beating Dom for the IC title was the right call. It was the only call. Well, let me get into it. Let me get into it now since I don't start it. So Carlton said today, last night, but I wasn't finna debate it last night. It was too late. So Carlton said last night that he hate that Dom dropped the IC title, and he should have dropped it at. He should have dropped it at Mania. Nope. 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 That only works if the IC title is suspended and a multi-man match and Pension gets the belt, and then the next day after Mania, Finn gets jumped out of Judgment Day. Because I still feel like the right call was Penta winning the belt last week. And when I say this now, listen. I am a Finn fan. Okay, Finn's in my top 3. he's definitely not at AJ's retired. All right, and he's definitely there now because KO, which KO's getting a he's getting what's I'm talking about? He's getting the checkup to see if he can come back, and well, he's getting the checkup to see about his neck. All right, and how that's going, and then he's getting the checkup to see if he can come back this year. Hope all goes well for him because I miss my boy. Uh, but like Finn's definitely in my top five. I mean top three. All right, maybe even one right now. All right, maybe even one right now. All right, but like, so when I say this, I'm not knocking Finn, but Finn has already had two title opportunities for the World Heavyweight Championship, and he lost. So I don't mind if he's not in the IC title picture right now. I don't mind that. All right, but it's better story if Penta wins because Penta was 8-0 against anybody going for the IC title, so he had to win, and it's a bigger payoff for him. If Finn wins the IC title, I'm happy about it. Other people happy about it. Yes, yes, and that's cool, right? All right, but when Penta won, I'm happy about it. But a whole a whole other um, crowd is happy about it. What you seen right now, what you seen last night when in this promo, right? Now, for me, I didn't understand what some of the stuff you said. Some of it I did, some of it I didn't. Right? But those people in that crowd understood what he was saying. Right? Finn can't do that. Right? And then it's a payoff to merch. Now I'm not saying that Penta. I mean Finn doesn't sell merch, but it's not as much as Penta right now. But especially since he won the IC title, and there's a video of Penta. You only see Penta, a 5-year-old kid who was selling candy, so he can get some toys, some Penta toys. All right, like Finn's not doing stuff like that right now. So is there a payoff for Finn? Yes, there is. There is, but it doesn't involve the IC title right now. It just doesn't. Like the story with Finn and Dom doesn't need the IC title to be involved in. All right. Now I don't know what the story they'll have for Penta going forward. Hopefully it's not with Americano them. We need to just leave that shit alone. But like like Finn winning the IC title would have made me happy. All right. Penta winning the IC title makes a whole fucking nation happy. There's a difference. There's levels to this. Right? There's levels to that situation. Okay, this is how you elevate a star. Alright? Penta didn't lose again to Dom. Alright? Alright? And the story that they're telling with Dom and Finn, because Finn's gonna cost Dom the Triple A title too. That's gonna happen. Dom's gonna lose, and then we don't have to worry about Dom being Triple A no more. Alright, because Dom's gonna lose that belt. Alright, and then in the stipulation for that, if Dom loses, he can't. He's out of Triple A. Finn's gonna cost him because Finn, wife, is in Triple A. Not as a wrestler, but she does the interviews. So Finn's gonna be there. They just wrote Finn off TV for a little while. Alright? And by them doing that, it gives them time to stir up shit because Dom has a title match coming up. Finn's gonna cost him that belt. Finn's gonna cost him a lot of stuff. Right now, you know, I don't know when we doing the JD and Finn match, but that gotta happen too. Cause you know JD JD turned on Finn. That's supposed to be his brother. I mean his best friend. That's supposed to be his little brother. He trained JD. He put JD in Judgment Day. It's coming. But but Finn's gonna cost Dom the Triple A title. Finn's gonna cost Dom to never be able to do a Triple A again. And I'm here for it. So that's the biggest story with Finn and Dom, and it doesn't need the IC title to be involved in. Now, I say that, but we got time for Dom to get his rematch because he's already streaming for a rematch. All right, so we got time for that to happen. All right, but I don't see it, and if it does, it does because we got what 5 weeks to Mania, so Dom could get his rematch in there, and who knows? They might still make it a 3-way with Dom, Finn, and Penta, and they get the IC title on the card. You know, but we'll see. We'll see. Like we'll see on that. Like I'm not banking on that right now, but we'll see. So let me. But again, the IC title does not need to be involved in the Finn and Dom. All right, and then we're probably gonna get Demon Finn at Mania. Now, listen, I like Finn regardless. Demon, non-demon, like Prince Finn is my favorite character. The demon stuff is just whatever to me. Because again, I'm not. If you know me, you know I'm not this whole superstitious. Well, no, I'm not this whole supernatural guy when it comes to wrestling. Didn't like Taker, didn't like Steen, um, the Wyatt stuff. Not for me. I love this. I love you know, like it's not for me. It's just not. But we'll see. I mean, but the fans do like Demon. The fans do like the Demon, and they ask for it all the time. So you know, they're either gonna bring that back and do right by it, and you know, the merch is gonna sell for it and everything because of the fact that they can bank on that. They can bank on the Demon stuff for a little while here and there, and this will lead to Finn selling merch, getting money, and then eventually getting payoff with the IC title or a short run with the heavyweight title. It'll happen. It doesn't have to happen at Mania though, because the title does not need that dough. So Roman comes back next week, all right, and we know what's gonna happen. Larry's getting brought up. All right, if Punk would have said sorry last night, maybe not. But Larry's getting brought up, man. Larry's getting brought up, and let me make this. So what CM Punk said last night about Roman is true, because it's cool when Roman brings up dead people's like dead people, alright, and he talks about dead people stuff. But when CM Punk does it, there's a problem, and he needs to say sorry then. But it was cool when Roman was doing it, right? It was justified when that nigga was doing it, right? Right? Like I'ma say this shit again. Like Roman's the only babyface that didn't change. Like that nigga left and came back, and people cheer for him now. He's been redeemed for something he did. Like he didn't say sorry one fucking bit. He didn't apologize to his cousins or to Sammy. That nigga got mad about what happened with him and his bloodline. And his wise men. But he didn't say sorry for it or apologize for it. He just let them niggas come back to him like it was a flaw. Like they fucked up. Like Jimmy didn't win the world title without him. I mean not Jimmy. Jay didn't win the world title or the IC title without him. Like Jay, Jay and Jimmy didn't win the tag team titles again. Like Jay didn't win the tag team titles for two separate people after that. Like that shit didn't happen, right? Right? Like they didn't need him. We should kind of see if this nigga can do it by himself still. Alright? Which is not gonna happen because the Usos are gonna help Roman win the world title at Mania. So but he's the only man that he's the only heel that has done he, that he's the only guy that I know that went babyface, and he's the same person. He's the same fucking person. Anywho, I'm gonna end the show with that. I got a 30 big out of me today. I'm gonna end the show with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch defense. Make sure y'all watch Newbury, y'all. This is the High Gun Podcast with the High Gun. God bless, love you. I'm out.